A number of major U.S. newspapers are hoping to get today's edition out without a hitch. They're recovering from a cyber attack. Laura McQuillan is tracking this story for us, so we know the list of affected outlets includes the Los Angeles Times, the Chicago Tribune. But can you tell us more about the attack itself?
Yeah, so this was a virus. Some people are even saying a ransomware attack, though that's not confirmed at this point in time, that really brought an entire stable of newspaper titles to its knees. They are owned by Tribune Publishing, and those titles include the Chicago Tribune and Baltimore Sun. Also, the LA Times was affected. It's a former Tribune title. It was sold earlier in the year, but they still use the same production platform, and that's where the issue was. So we know that on Thursday, some of these newspapers began having issues. They were unable to access some of their production systems. And then that virus appeared to be spreading. They were unable to stop its spread to their servers. And on Friday as well, Tribune reported this to the FBI, hoping they might be able to help. Now, on Friday as well, trying to get Saturday's newspapers to the printing presses was the big headache. They were unable to send a lot of files, and we know that when newspapers were delivered yesterday, some were missing a lot of content. They may have had as little as 10% of the planned content in the newspaper as a result of that. So newspapers will be going out along the west coast of the US around now, and people will be hoping to get a normal newspaper today. Other titles that were affected were also the west coast editions of the New York Times and the Wall Street Journal. So it goes a lot further than just this one publishing house, and they are trying to get to the bottom of it. Tribune put out a statement in which they apologised to their advertising clients, their readers and their subscribers for what had happened, thanked them for their patience while they investigate this.
And meanwhile, Laura, do we have any more of an idea as to who could be behind the suspected cyber attack?
That's something that Tribune is still looking into. They have suggested, or at least some sources from inside Tribune have suggested to the LA Times that this appears to have come from outside of the US, but they're not saying whether they think it was a separate state or just a few bad actors overseas. In terms of motive, well, no word on that yet either, but it appears to have targeted the house of Tribune as a whole, or its publishing systems, rather than one specific newspaper. So they're continuing that investigation. We have reached out to them for an update. We're yet to hear back. We've also reached out to the FBI to see if they might have any more information. We'll bring you any updates as we get them, Jennifer.